It's for Sabra Minoka said there is a fresh update Abekayensa. Now, what is this particular fresh update about? Because in Pimpi, for some time now, we don't hear about Anas Aremeya Anas again. Now, you can the Anas we used to know some years back, it is not the same Anas we used to know now. First, Anas Dia, he stood for journalism. Anas stood for an essence. Deep-rooted corruption activities are course not just here in Africa, not just here in Ghana, but also in Africa. But now, Anas Dia, it is more synonymous to Sebio, Obia, Oye Jumibia in a Kankasa because it be a person kuminya, which is Anas, a bimo perception, a part to say to people who think Anas is just working for himself. Obekas oh nana be bold and say it as it is, but I can't just say it like that because it is just an opinion of some people. But and let me know Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe Nyaho Clinic or the same Tuja. Now this particular man, apart from him being a successful doctor, also Oyobia Ghana for and Sunday Leti Akufo-Addo, he was one of people or dinner no etu mua opushi yema Akufo-Addo etimi ebenya the seat of the president. Uye nusufiwa Accra House of Folk Board of Directors Okahom. He is a person that is very revered in this country. He stands for something. So what is really going on? Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe in some of the abetu just no patches say. According to our investigation, one person or ben Anas camp Kukuba Koni ade or Sansu Ben Nyantichi camp and Odia Tuja say Nyantichi was on track to be Ghana's first ever and now the first ever black FIFA president. Listen to this one. According to Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe, or patches say Dr. Kwesi Nyantichi, forgive me. Kwesi Nyantichi was on track to be Ghana's first ever and the first black person to be FIFA president. And according to him, everything was in works until Anas Aremeya Anas Ebebu. And this is the first time you say it is true for and come dear a ban say supporting journalistic work. We are rooting for people who be exposed or more corrupt activities nema or dina no tujani ade. This is the first time we are seeing say Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe openly waba out in sema babe tuja say send a nema air corner and based on all the aforementioned he can vehemently say that Anas is not the person that Anas claim he is. And Anas, onye nipa, one more, omu believe say okay, Anas no ejuma na oye no sebiu, or ye to kind of net a corruption in your now. NTB ami the bibe two screens no so okay. Now the ami the bibe two screens no in some more kind we just want to pick the part of it and the portion of it. Now, this particular portion, it's categorically stated what he meant. Because in some of the Betujan, a man for be now Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe, you've always stood for a anti-corruption crusade. In the you are bringing out something different from what we used to know. What is happening? What have you seen? And then we feel say after all these years, Muamaton Anas Aremeya Anas Amaye say Anas is see, Anas is see, Anas there, Nyama Anas a whole lot of things. It's Anas the uncle Nipank or ye papa. Now the same people are out. The same people are out to tell us that Anas is not the person that he ought to be. Now if I went into screens so in various parts, okay, but we will start off with just this particular part. Now, this particular part, you share in Sema or the Tuja. If I went to screen, so just give us a second, okay? If I went to screen, so Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe started off by saying, first of all, he wants to establish the fact, ye kase obi enye honesta. Obi enye honesta. An example of a person who is not honest. Eye Anas Arumeya Anas. I know say sankumu ye dia kan. Na break in Japan, started say all can announce on the whole Ghana. Journalists in this country be so Ken you be of corruption so Ken no food and now. But little did they know say in all of these things no Ken over the way Ken knew what he was talking about. Now if I went to screen so you will see say in this particular episode or say Anas is not an honest man, and he said this on Star Charts. He said this on Star Charts with Bolare. Say Anas Arumeya Anas no. Onyo bia oyi nipa papa sebi Ghana for I was say ye de ye rare ene ye bibia esenimu adenti na okasa. Now again he further went on to say no, he having the biggest private clinic here in Ghana no obetimi aka esisu pi say the modus operandi Anas Arumeya Anas odi adwuma no, that is not the core values of a year journalism. Let's put this on the screen again. Now, this is a different version of what he said, okay? I didn't to screen, so say, Nemo kind of brofo, Cassania. I know most of you are understanding this, but I'll break it down for you. Or say, I have read about investigative journalists, and this is not how they operate. He Anas tricks and trap people. We ena Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe enka no ukokase Anas or tricking crofo or trapping crofo adebechi na gbanya we sue Tiger IP or do court because since some na wakano come and prove say or trapping crofo or ken crofo on sembone. But now after Kenya Japan edi Anas court court we na your friend is saying court verdicts any writings ni motions e ba ye no judges phone be say based on all the evidence or more ediaba out, they can say Anas ejuma na oyen is basic quid pro quo Anas entrapment. It's way judges no can Japan Anas versus Anas case. That is what the judges said. And now you see say after Ken and the judges hammered on that point, more people are now coming out reiterating on that same point. Say Anas Arumeya Anas ejuma na odino is full of entrapment, is full of tricks, and it is not honest. And one person who's leading this call, one person who's leading this argument, is Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe. Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe. I know so because we're MPP. Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe is here not supporting the New Patriotic Party. So I don't know how you will brand this man as Sebiobia or corrupt. They tell me how you brand him because no. Or Pache say Akufo-Addo ni corrupt. Or no akasa Akufo-Addo ni corrupt. But you see, no Pache say even though Akufo-Addo is corrupt, acquire Anas so the exposing Crawford no, it is not in the ethics of journalism. It is not in the ethics of journalism. Now, Osa can send bebree. Ye de bebree ebeto screens no so. Na sisi ano sanso edi insembi tujwa na ye bisa ne say okay sisi ano upon all that have happened in some nkofo keka ne niema na say ni no, does you think ana say odwen hu say bia ye Kwesi Nyantakyi obetima san babaka na according to him no believe say Kwesi Nyantakyi can make a comeback. Or believe say Kwesi Nyantakyi can somehow make a comeback, but in him say it is going to be very adibia ain't really possible. Now in summer in all of this, I draw a lot of people. We need to look this and now we need to take a second look at all of this issue. The last part or the two job parties say, if not for the works, if not for the works of Anas Arumeya Anas anka nipa bibini because since the Federation International Football Association FIFA omusi so yenya bibini ana black person or your head coach da UN general say you say Kofi Anamu nyina akwa head ho ade bibini head da FIFA and our party say nipa abrofo ne ejini mudi and amafo abrofo who say no this person can do this. Kwesi Nyantakyi. So Kwesi Nyantakyi no already no meaning say Kwesi Nyantakyi. The whole idea was say or your GFA boss. In from GFA boss no kwa CAF vice president, from CAF vice president, or be CAF president, or CAF pe, ye be nominating no akwa FIFA president, anka Ghana yeso no football no, ye be nye nyonya, ye be na say be make history. But for Anas Aremeya, Anas Ninjuma no de no, and no, we were not able to see that kind of vision materialize. Oshede was saying Nyantechi would have been the first black man to head FIFA if the Anas Exp0se hadn't happened. If the Anas Exp0se, okay, hadn't happened. And this is exactly what is really going on. Now I know say a lot of people will be in the comment section to be able to dream Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe. You see, I know he's or the non-coca politician. No, he sold his soul to the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, and I sold his concept. But this is just his view. This is just his view. My who are doing in the comment section, what you think about all of these issues are Exp0se.